Hi everyone, I'm JD, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to share an idea about how to use meaningful jewellery pieces and pendants and different things from your own life that you can use to decorate a journal using a dangle or as charms. So this is a personal journal that I have made. Finally, I've tried using one for me, and in the next video I'll do a flip through of this one and explain how I've done it all and yeah, the idea behind this. But in this video, yeah, I'll just share these charms that I've put on the side. So there is a heart here and a little bird cage and green pendant here, a J for my name, and a little cubic zirconia there. Sorry, I'm trying to get up closer and show you all of those. Sorry about the shadows. So all of these ones just mean something to me, and they all go together. Silver and turquoise, I went for that kind of theme there. They're all pieces that I have gotten throughout my life at different stages of my life. So when I look at this journal, it means something to me straight away and is really special. I just love it, seeing the spine and seeing these hanging off it. So sentimental, special and meaningful, and also pretty, beautiful as well. Yeah, so I think in the next video I'll share what they all mean and everything. I'll save it for the flip through of the journal, and I'll just show you my little collection of items that I have kept throughout my life. I keep them in this little crystal dish, and eventually these will make their way into dangles of my journals or charms or something. And I love this idea because I've just been collecting these and they've just sat in this bowl for ages. And then when I discovered junk journals, it's like, yeah, I know how to use these now, and to show them off and, you know, celebrate them rather than just having them stored away, hidden on a shelf. So yeah, I'll go through each piece, and I'm sure you have items like this, maybe, well maybe not. Not everyone's into jewellery, are they? But if you're into jewellery, you would have pieces that hopefully you've kept over the years, like these ones. I don't wear anymore. I used to wear jewellery a lot, all the time, and every Christmas and birthday I'd ask for jewellery and get jewellery. And I didn't keep all of it. I wish now that I did, because I could incorporate them all into journals somehow, but I only kept the ones that I really loved or that were meaningful to me in some way. So yeah, I'll do a bit of story time and go through them, and hopefully it inspires you to collect your own jewellery pieces or to see them in a new way, to use them in your own journals. That's what I love about these. It's ephemera. This is jewellery pieces, using that as ephemera to speak to you and everything. So this one is really special. I probably can't use this on a journal because it's so heavy. It would be like the heaviest dangle ever. But this is it was my grandpa's, my dad's dad, and it works. It still works. So you can wind it up. It still winds up and can tell the time, and you can pull it out and set the time, and can you hear it ticking? Push it back in and wind it up so that keeps on going. But yeah, it's a cute watch, real vintage. And it does that whole thing at the back where you can open it up here, and there you can see the wheels spinning. Ooh. Isn't that so cool? I love it. Very, very cool. So I'm not sure, I don't think I could use that in a journal, but that's in here of my special things anyway. But these ones I definitely can. So for example, this one, my grandma gave me this. Is that going to annoy you, hearing that tick? Let me put that away. This is, yeah, a unicorn pendant, and I loved it. My grandma gave this to me one birthday or Christmas. She understood my love of unicorns when I was a kid and how I collected them, and she gave me many unicorns throughout my life. All different styles, statues, pendants, calendar clips, magnets, all types of things. But this was my favourite one, and it's pretty much the only one I've kept. I got rid of the statue, sadly, and the one that held a crystal orb, and well, I still got the calendar actually because I like the pictures. We framed some of them afterwards, so I kept my favourite pictures from that calendar. There's actually another unicorn. She got me this one much later in life, and this is the kindred spirit who I've talked about in previous videos about my grandma and how she inspired me, because she was the only creative one, so we would create together. And this one is actually silver. I've got to polish it. I love that. I was going to put on a bracelet, but it never happened, so I'll put it on a journal. This one is my dog tag for my dog, obviously, who was very special to me. She gave me so much joy. I can show you that. That was my old phone number a very long time ago. So that is my dog's tag. She died ages ago now, but I kept that knowing I wanted to put that in a journal. Well, not necessarily in a journal, but some sort of scrapbook or something. Now that I know about junk journals, definitely in a journal. This one's just pretty. Not really any significance, but it's just pretty. Same with this one. This one's very significant because my dad was born in Papua New Guinea. He was a missionary kid, and he lived there for the first 13 or so years of his life. And this is a Papua New Guinean coin, which is real silver, and I wore this on a necklace. I've got another one of these that I have as a necklace, but this one I can put on a journal. And this one's special because my sister brought this back to me when she went to New Zealand, and I think it means friendship or something like that. So as sisters, that was really special, as friends and sisters. I also got a different one like that. A friend gave me this when I house sat and dog sat for her while she went to New Zealand, and she brought this back for me. And safety over water is what that means, and that's significant for me in my life. They actually, when she gave it to me, it was a significant moment and tradition, part of her New Zealand tradition. And yeah, they prayed over me with this in mind and everything, so that's significant. And this, it's not a pendant, but this is my favourite football team, the Eagles. They are very significant in my life, not just because I love them, but because football actually means a lot to me. It teaches me so much about life and faith, and one day I will write a book about that. This one, I love these earrings so much, and I lost one of them, but I still have this one. It reminds me of one of my best friends during high school, and the friendship we had, and how God brought us together, and the influence we had on each other's lives. And I bought her a pair of pink ones, and I bought myself a pair of blue ones, and we wore this to our Year 12 muck-up day. So if you don't know what a muck-up day is, it's where you dress up, and it's our last day of school, where we just have fun and dress up. Don't have any proper classes, you just literally dress up. A cross that I bought, that is silver, so I love silver. Again, silver. So this one has my favourite scripture written on the back, which is Philippians 2:7. God made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant. Because yeah, that whole idea that he is God, he could do anything he wants with all of his power, and yet he emptied himself of that power to show us the way to live is to not have lord power or anything, have power and lord it over people, but to serve each other, to help each other, to look after each other. And this one is significant. It's on its chain. I made this necklace back in my jewellery making days. Hang on. This is what happens when you get chains all stuck everywhere. Sorry, shaking you. Can you hear that watch ticking? I can. Anyway, this was a bead that I made myself. So I did Year 12 art, and we went on an art camp to Canberra to the university in Canberra where they do like some special art course or something, and we got to do all these different electives, and I did glass blowing and also lamp work where you got to make your own beads. So I kept this one, which was my favourite. So that's very significant for me. I used to wear that all the time, but not anymore. This one, my sister-in-law gave this to me. I love it because it's got the shell and it's blue and it's real silver, so very special. And this one, these two, I got when I went on a year 10 camp to Central Australia. And that was a pretty amazing camp, one of the most amazing times of my life kind of thing. So I got both of these opal pendants there. And I love just how, yeah, all of these can bring back memories and not just remind me of the camp or anything, but it reminds me of that time of my life, who I was, who my friends were, and it's a celebration of that time in my life, all of these pieces, or a celebration of different people in my life. For example, this one, I went on a walk from Sydney to Melbourne for a charity walk, raising money for the Dalits in India, and I bought this back in my jewellery making days. I thought I'd make myself a souvenir bracelet with a J on it from a bead that I bought in a place called Mogo. I think it's called Mogo. And I never turned it into a bracelet, but now I can use it in a journal. And so that reminds me about that whole walk. And I definitely want to remember that walk. I'll never forget it, but you know, to commemorate it. This one I also got, it reminds me of that art camp because I got it at the art camp. There's a whole story with that one too, a bit of a God story. Oh, maybe I'll share that in a video later on if you'd like. This one, I actually don't know what the significance of this one is, but I know I bought it at some stage somewhere and I just kept it. Like this one. See, this is the thing, memories fade. I can't remember where I got it and why it is significant, because it's green. It's not really, I don't like green, so I don't know why that's so significant, why I kept it all this time. But anyway, that can be for a green journal. It won't necessarily mean anything to me, but this one, so yeah, the point of that was write down your memories. Don't, because you forget. This one is a moonstone, and I love moonstone. It's one of my favourite stones. Obviously sapphire is my favourite, and the clear stones like diamond and zirconia, but this is a moonstone and one of my favourites. One day I would love to get a moonstone ring. Anyway, and I got this on one of my trips to Airlie Beach. It's one of my favourite places. It's actually my favourite place, let's just call it that. But it was one of my trips when I went to Bowen before I lived here. And yeah, that just reminds me of that. And this one, a friend gave me this, and I guess it's just significant because of my faith and everything. Faith is important in my life. Look at this, what a mess. So we'll see how we go. Oh my gosh, look at this, hang on. Alright, yes, so that one's just reminding me of my faith and how it's blue, so I like it like that. And oh my gosh, what is going on? Alright, there we go, there we go. This one, a little cross. This one I was given from that lady who I've talked about as well previously, who is from America, and she reached out to me from about one of my blog posts and connections. It just reminds me of my blogging days and how meaningful blogs are, and writing and connecting with people, and she was a huge help in my life. So that goes there. Let's put there. This one is a trip that I took to Heron Island in my uni days, and you know, my uni days were the best of my life. I had a blast. And that field trip was awesome, going to Heron Island for a marine biology field trip it was, and we did a research project there, and it was just awesome. And so that reminds me of that. This one, I'm pretty sure, I can't quite remember, but I think it was from my brother-in-law or one of my family members for Christmas. And again, silver and dolphins, so really pretty. And this one is the latest ones I've got, when my sister bought this for my birthday last year when we went to the butterfly sanctuary on our Cairns holiday trip. And so when I make my blue butterfly journal for me, that's what these will go in. So she bought me the necklace too. So I'm saving that, yeah, to decorate my personal blue butterfly journal, which will happen someday. And that's all my pieces that one day will be included on a journal. How exciting is that? So if you have any pieces, yeah, feel free to incorporate them in your journals if you don't wear them. Like for example, if I didn't wear these rings, I would have no hesitation adding these as charms or as dangles on my journals, but you know, I wear them. But if I wore these, yeah, I would wear them, but I don't wear any of these now. So I love that I can keep them alive and preserve them in a journal. How exciting is that? And I just think it's so pretty. Now that I've done it once, I really want to keep doing this. And using, yeah, meaningful ones to you that are significant from your life. Like you could get any charms and make something pretty. That's cool too. But when it actually means something to you and you get the stories behind them, that's what a journal for me is. Yeah, taking things from your life and memory keeping, and oh, I just love it. It is so good. So there's an idea. You probably already know it, but anyway. Thought I'd just share some of those stories, and you probably have some stories too. Let me know in the comments if you do. Like, let me know about one piece of jewellery or a pendant that means something to you. I would love to hear your stories about it and what it means to you as well, if you want. Anyway, hope that was helpful and inspiring, and let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video where I will share a flip through of my new personal journal. Yay! Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye!